Serba Dinamik Holdings.
Serba Dinamik Holdings Berhad.
Imagine a Malaysian company that grew so fast it conquered the Middle East, Asia, and even the UK. Trusted by oil and gas giants, admired by investors, and listed on Bursa Malaysia. That company was Serba Dinamik Holdings Berhad. Founded in 1993, Serba Dinamik operates across operations and maintenance, EPCC, ICT, and training, becoming a key player in the global energy services industry. But between 2020 and 2023, this success story turned into one of Malaysia's biggest corporate governance scandals. Today, we are from Good One. We will explain what went wrong, why it mattered, and what should have been done.
The first red flag appeared during the audit process. Out of 12 major customers, 11 failed to respond to audit confirmations. Even worse, KPMG could not verify the identity or signatures of those who did respond. Audit confirmations are among the strongest forms of audit evidence. When they fail, it signals something far more serious. These expose weak internal controls, poor documentation, and questionable customer records. Although Serba Dinamik attempted to intervene by arranging interviews and providing signed documents, this actually undermined audit independence. As a result, KPMG classified the transactions as high risk and refused to sign the financial statements. The impact: loss of credibility, regulatory scrutiny, investor panic, and threats to business continuity. The solution was clear. First, auditors must control the confirmation process, not management. Confirmation should be sent directly by auditors via secure channels. Secondly, Serba Dinamik need proper customer verification systems with complete contact details, contracts, and proof of customer existence. These measures protect audit integrity and reduce the risk of misstated receivables and revenues. The second issue involved serious breaches of Bursa Malaysia's listing requirements. Serba Dinamik failed to publish the factual findings update on time. Its audited financial statements were delayed for far beyond the deadline. Loan defaults and legal disputes were not immediately disclosed. Most alarming was the discrepancy between reports. In June 2021, Serba Dinamik reported a profit of 759 million ringgit. Later, the audited report revealed a loss of 175 million ringgit, a shocking difference of over 935 million ringgit. This misled investors and exposed severe weaknesses in financial governance. To solve this issue, Serba Dinamik needed to improve its financial reporting and compliance system. First, the company should strengthen internal financial reporting controls to ensure accurate and timely disclosures. Second, quarterly reports should undergo a limited review by an independent external party before being released, especially for high-risk areas like revenue and cash flow. This helps prevent major differences between unaudited and audited results. Finally, directors and management must receive regular training on Bursa Malaysia listing requirements to ensure proper disclosure of material events and improve governance. Hence, these actions would reduce compliance failures and help restore investors' confidence. For the third issue, Serba Dinamik faced a serious financial crisis. In 2023, the company was placed under PN17, a warning sign of potential insolvency, after its external auditor issued a disclaimer of opinion due to unreliable financial statements. The company and its subsidiaries defaulted on 435 million ringgit in loans, struggling to generate enough cash to meet obligations. This triggered legal actions, loss of investor confidence, and reputational damage, highlighting major weaknesses in financial management and governance. So, what can be done? First, debt restructuring and asset rationalization. Negotiating with lenders for longer repayment terms or temporary relief and selling unprofitable subsidiaries can provide immediate cash flow and stabilize operations. Second, strengthen financial governance and audit transparency. By engaging an independent forensic auditor, improving internal controls, and empowering the board to oversee financial management, Serba Dinamik can rebuild credibility, restore investors' confidence, and prevent future crises. These combined steps tackle both short-term liquidity issues and the deeper governance problems, giving the company a real chance to recover.
For the fourth issue, Serba Dinamik faced a major financial scandal. In 2021, the Securities Commission Malaysia charged several top executives for falsifying financial statements. The company had overstated its revenue by RM 6.014 billion in 2020 by manipulating accounting records across its subsidiaries. This is a classic example of intentional financial reporting fraud. Using the fraud triangle, the reason became clear. There was pressure to meet market expectations and protect the share price. There was opportunity because of complex overseas operations and weak internal control. And there was rationalizations as management believed the fraud was temporary and justified. As a result, Serba Dinamik lost investor trust, its share price fell, and its reputation was badly damaged. To prevent financial statement fraud, strong corporate governance is critical. First, Serba Dinamik shows strengthened board independence and audit committee oversight. The audit committee must actively challenge management, not simply approve reported figures. Second, the company must improve internal control and financial reporting system. By adopting a recognized framework such as TOSO, strengthening documentations, project monitoring, and segregation of duties, opportunities for manipulations can be reduced. Finally, governance reform is essential. Without ethical leadership and accountability boards, even the best control system will fail. Strong governance ensures transparency, protects stakeholders, and significantly reduces fraud risk. Finally, the mass resignations of independent directors at Serba Dinamik. 4 independent directors resigned after disagreeing with decisions to sue KPMG. They believe the move harmed shareholders and audit independence. KPMG resigned, the company faced more legal and regulatory disputes, and the Malaysian Institute of Corporate Governance criticized the board for undermining audit independence. This proved that independent directors were not truly empowered. The solutions to these issues lies in empowering independent directors. Major decisions, especially those involving auditors, should follow clear voting procedures with differing opinions formally recorded in board minutes. Independent directors must be given real authority, not just formal roles. They should be encouraged and protected when challenging management decisions. In addition, the board should seek independent professional advice before making high-risk action, such as suing external auditors. These steps ensure healthy board dynamics, preserve audit independence, and protect shareholder interests. In conclusion, Serba Dinamik did not fail overnight. It fell because of weak internal control, poor governance, and unethical leadership. This case reminds us that fraud without integrity is dangerous. Real success depends on transparent reporting, strong board, and ethical corporate culture. Serba Dinamik is not just a corporate scandal. It is a lesson for every company and future business leader.